Alright, so, been a bit since the last update video, but it's been a hectic couple months, as we'll get into just a minute. Also, changing up the format a bit, as this seems a little less involved, so I can get these out a little faster and not dedicate a lot of editing time that it can be used for other projects that I'm also working on. Plus I get to draw a little bit. Yay! So what's been going on? Well, aside from some birthday karaoke stuff, it's kind of crazy how a lot of friends and family have birthdays like back-to-back months. It's nuts. But we have some fun. A lot of fun times with the karaoke. Except for the last time where I kind of lost my voice for most of it. I'm not going to replicate that this time. So there's a lot of low effort songs for me. But Johnny Cash was fun. Speaking of birthdays, I do have a couple things in mind for mine in a couple months, but I'll save that for when we get to it. And of course, as tradition for us, we went out to some big restaurants. One of them being a large yakiniku or grilled meat type place where we got to grill up our own meat. It was very good, very filling. I was very sleepy after. Another big notable thing that happened is, couple months ago, I got a new bike because the one I was riding was very rusty and falling apart, and it was starting to become like a ship of Theseus type of thing, you know? But yeah, I was given some money over Christmas to purchase a new one, and I got a pretty good deal with the one I got, even though my legs still don't stretch all the way out. It's Japan life for you, everything's a little too small. But it handles hills decently well. But I bring this up because the old bike, which, a little extra backstory, when I moved over to this little town, the bike came with the apartment of sorts, but it wasn't set with any bikes because the place I have doesn't have a little overhead bike parking area. You kind of just have to shove it wherever you can around the small complex. And when I got it, I had to pull it out of the dirt after a typhoon had hit. And it just so happened to have landed in an anthill. So there were ants all over the handles and stuff like that. That was fun to clean out. Sarcasm. So that bike got stolen. Coincidentally, after another storm had hit, I had put the new one safely away. The other one was out in the rain because, again, no good coverage anywhere. I just shoved the new one under some stairs. But yeah, when I went back out, I saw it wasn't there anymore. Now, it did have a lock, but I think that lock might have been rusted because Japan bike locks are built into the thing, so it could have broken after it got knocked over in the storm or something. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would take it, though, because it's not great quality, but I did try to look around for it. I thought about talking with the police, but apparently not having their registration papers that were never given to you kind of makes this a lost cause. So yeah, so to make sure I don't lose the new one, I got an additional lock for that. I got an additional lock for that, just for some extra security. So hopefully that never gets taken, because I would have some real trouble getting around some places. Cars are too expensive. Game-wise, it's been pretty Warhammer-centered over here. Partially in me working on the actual miniature stuff. I did actually get some more minis painted up and looking nice. Hopefully I'll have some pictures put up if I don't forget. I finally played through Space Marine 2. That was pretty fun. playing online with randoms not as fun, especially when there's parts where you need to stand on a thing to move things. But if you don't get off, it'll just keep moving and you cannot progress, and you'll keep getting attacked by Birdman people and stuff like that. Play with friends, not randos. Also finished the current content of Vermintide 2 with my brother. We did a little bit of the roguelike mode, and we got to the very end of one run, and right as we were about to get to the exit, the collision data on the floor gave away, and we fell to our deaths, which killed the entire run. So yeah, now we're playing Dawn of War 2. That's been fun. But I guess the main thing to talk about is why it's been so busy over here. That's because, for those who don't remember or don't know, I teach over here in Japan, and the school year starts in April, so should be about around the time that this comes up, if I get it done in time, which hopefully I should. So there's been a lot of crazy stuff with that. And on top of that, as a result of the head teacher at my school moving to part-time so they can learn more Japanese, I should probably put a little more effort into my Japanese learning. Beside the point. A lot of the preschool-related responsibilities fell onto my lap. So I have to make newsletters. I have to, in the near future, coordinate and plan out field trips. And the most recent thing is directing a school show for a bunch of kindergartners and younger, ages 4 to 6. It was about as much of an experience as one might expect to be, especially when you're pretty much the main person putting everything together. The only thing that really got delegated was like costumes and music stuff. A lot of the sets, thankfully, I had already built years before, so that I didn't have to worry about. But it was a lot of just making sure these kids who, side note, when I was their age, I barely knew how to read anything, and that's only because I just copied VHS tapes that pretty much narrate the same stories over and over, and then I picked things up from there. And we have kids who are 3 and 4 learning how to read and write a little bit. It's kind of crazy. It's a little nuts. But anyway, so I would never expect a class like mine back when I was a kid to be able to properly pull off a school show like that. It was a small scale one, not a lot of kids to direct, but very stressful. Very stressful. But maybe I'll do a more dedicated video on that sort of thing in the future when it's further away from that. But also, with the new school year means new classes and a new schedule. I'm not really crazy on the new schedule, to be honest. I kind of liked having 2 days off in a row, but now it's a bit awkward. But what can you do? But yeah, that's kind of the main thing that's been going on. But yeah, have a few things that I'm working on for the next month, so hopefully I can get a couple more projects out soon. I don't think there's anything too crazy happening aside from, you know, the whole new school year deal. Alright. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. It usually turns out fine. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. New stuff soon, hopefully. Might have game-related stuff or art-related stuff in the near future. But we'll see. That depends on how much footage I can get working. Things have been a little nutty. Just the other day, this is like the last thing. My phone power cord was not charging the phone at all. And so I was like, alright, I'll plug it into my laptop, see if that helps. It bricked the laptop. I didn't know that's what it did until after plugging into a USB hub, and that disconnected pretty much everything connected to it. And the ports on the PC were like, yeah, this thing requires too much of a charge. So, yeah, I did not know a simple power cord that was a USB one would do that. So, I may need to visit a PC repair shop. I did get a new power cord, so that's fine. Anyway, that's the last thing. So yeah. If I were doing a little more editing, I'd probably fix that up a bit. But you know what? I'm just gonna move on from that. And I will hopefully see more of you guys next time. Bye.